Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Let us face the south end zone in that big, beautiful American flag. Thank you to Westwood Fire Department tonight. And let us at this time honor America and join Westwood's Sidney Judd in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So with that, another home season begins for the Westwood Wolverines.
Westwood Fire Department.
Hello everyone, my name's Chris Paff for Westwood Media Center, here bringing you live and recorded action of Westwood High School football. Tonight, the Norwood Mustangs travel here to Flahi Field in Westwood, Massachusetts to take on the Westwood Wolverines. Today is Westwood's opening game at home for the season. They started off with the first 3 games on the road, accumulating a 1-win, 2-loss record. First game against Pembroke, Westwood stomped all over Pembroke, gaining the first victory of the year, and then traveled to North Quincy and lost a heartbreaker 14-7. And last week they opened their TVL large season against Holliston, losing handily to the Panthers of Holliston. So they have a 1-2 record. Norwood comes into this game with a 0-4 record. And we'll go over their opponents while we have some downtime. And Norwood has won the toss, elected to to defer and receive the ball in the second half. So Westwood will start off with offense on the field following this opening kickoff. Back deep for the Wolverines is Matt Cawley, a junior, first-year player for the Wolverines. A lot of speed if he gets in some open space, can do some damage. Nice kick by the Mustang, goes through the end zone. Matt Cawley elects not to return it, so Westwood will take over at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Westwood's offense, similar to last year's in that they run from the pistol, sometimes with a single back, sometimes with an empty set. Junior Jake Paff is at the helm this year as a quarterback, and in the backfield with him is,
1st and 10.
see, it's usually Colin Fay or Shamar Hall, and on this play, opening play, is Shamar Hall in the backfield with Jake Paff. Two tight end set, 2 receivers split out. The give is to Hall up the middle, and he's brought down after a gain of about 2 yards.
Number 24, Shamar Hall, the ball carrier. Westwood's quarterback is
That'll
number
set
3,
up
Jake Paff.
a second, and they give him 1-yard gain on that play, so setting up a 2nd and 9. Westwood will almost always have the quarterback set back in a pistol formation, similar to a shotgun, but not quite as far back. Hall is back there with him. Ball on the right hash mark. Paff is looking for a slant pattern over the middle, and pass incomplete. Looks like
pass incomplete,
intended for Mark James. Looks like he was bounced off his route. while the ball was in the air, they may have been able to call a pass interference on that, but I think they may have been saying it was uncatchable ball. Or they just disagreed that the contact was insignificant. So that sets up a 3rd and 9. Let's see what the Wolverines dial up. Head coach Brad Pendell, in his 2nd year with the Wolverines, coming from Dover Sherborne, where he was head coach. So he's no stranger to TVL action. Westwood, 4 wide receivers. Bring the blitz, and they're going to throw a screen pass out to Colin Fay. He's got some room, some blockers, makes a move. Flags are down in the backfield. Let's see what the penalty is. It's in the area where some blocks were being made for Colin Fay, who caught that screen pass. And let's see what the call is. Looks like some dejected Wolverines, so I think it's coming back. Maybe a block in the back or a holding call. And we have a block in the back against Westwood.
The signal is a penalty against Westwood for an illegal block in the back.
So that's going to bring it back and add some yardage. It was 3rd and 9. And now that's going to set up 3rd and 15. Strike that, 3rd and 17.
It will be 3rd down and 19.
So, Westwood lining up. Tight ends come off the field. And they bring in 2 slot faster receivers. Obvious passing down. They need about 17 yards. Paff is rolling to his right, rolling pocket, looking for someone down the field. Ball is thrown just incomplete. Looks like Braden Locknane, intended receiver. So that's going to be a 3 and out to start this game for the Wolverines.
Defended by Blatkowski.
Connor Daniele, the sophomore, comes in. He's also the backup quarterback, and he'll be doing the kicking duties for the Wolverines this year. He's been kicking off, kicking extra points, and punting the ball. So Westwood with a 3 and out. Norwood with a successful stop. Daniele's punt gets away, a little bit of pressure, and takes a Westwood roll down to about the 41 and a half yard line.
Number 12, Connor Daniele with the punt. It is down.
So it's about a 41-yard punt. Not a bad punt
First and 10 Mustangs
for high school football.
42.
Had a good friendly roll.
Correction.
Got in the air about the 50-yard line and rolled the remaining 9 yards. So Norwood is coming off of a very unsuccessful campaign in 2017. They were 0 and 11. And they come into this game 0 and 4. So Westwood looking to compound their troubles and starting up 0 and 5 for Norwood. And Westwood's hoping to get off their 2-game losing streak. Give is up the middle, tackles missed. Gain is good for about 9 yards. It's a straight handoff right up the middle.
Number 2, Teddy Willett, the ball carrier.
Teddy Willett was the ball carrier. He's a junior.
And number 16, Eli Maroon.
And it looks like Mark Murphy, one of the captains for the Mustangs, is not dressed this evening.
Norwood's quarterback is number 4, Jason Dennehy.
Jason Dennehy, the sophomore, is at the helm for the Mustangs. The give is back up the middle. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe a half a yard. It was 2nd and 1, 2nd and a long one, and that'll set up keep it at 3rd and 1.
Willett, the ball carrier.
So they may be in 3rd down territory anyway, 4th down territory anyway, at midfield, as is the case many times in high school football. So Westwood's line needs to stiffen up here. Difficult to make out the players as they're exactly in line with me, and they do not have numbers on their shoulders.
No play.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Norwood. Each team is allotted 5 timeouts per half.
Timeout taken by Norwood.
So Norwood wants to talk things over.
First timeout.
as they get ready for this crucial 3rd and 1 play. It'll be a short timeout. So here we go. Norwood coming to the line. They're setting up in an I formation, fullback, tailback. And the give is to the tailback. Play is broken up. He falls forward, but stopped for no gain. It was a simple power I formation.
Dennehy, the ball carrier.
That's Tim Dennehy.
Brought down by number 56, Alexander Solius.
As the Westwood defensive line just blew that play up. Shot the gaps and got in there much faster than Norwood could handle. So Dennehy coming from the sideline with the play. They're going for it on 4th and 1. Ball is right on the 50-yard line. I formation. They try to draw them offside. Sometimes they're going to go quarterback sneak. He saw a gap, and it looks like forward progress is going to give him the first down. And they do signal first down. So quarterback gets up to the line. Typically, that's his call. He sees a gap in the defensive line and exploits it. And for that time, it was gain of about 2 yards. They needed 1, so it's a new set of downs for the Mustangs. And they get the first down of the game. So Jason Dennehy is at the helm, quarterback position for the Mustangs. He's a sophomore. He has not started all the games. Mark Murphy is a senior. The pitch left. Number 2, that's Teddy Willett.
Teddy Willett, the ball carrier.
The junior. Good first down yardage for the Mustangs. Gets about 6 yards. And the outside linebacker, Braden Locknane, makes the initial hit and tackle.
The Westwood 43.
So the gain is 5, not 6. 2nd and 5. Passing downs, Norwood tends to go to Jay Ladkowski, the senior wide receiver. And they are in the pistol offense, typically a passing. They bring motion. And jet sweep, end around right, missed tackle. It's going to go for a first down. Eli Maroon had him in the backfield, but made a nice cut upfield.
Up by Maroon and Howe.
Gets enough yardage for the first down. So we're in opening quarter, about 5 minutes into this, no score. But Norwood is driving, 1st and 10 on the 42.5-yard line.
At the Westwood 37.
Just like that, the 37.5-yard line. Dennehy under center. Pitch is left to Willett. He's got room out there. Lots of first down yardage there by the Mustangs as Westwood is not containing the edge. The outside linebackers are getting hook blocked successly, and Norwood is realizing they have room to run on the outside as the Westwood linebackers are not containing the edge. They need to fight through that, force the play back inside where the other green jerseys are. Don't let the running back out to the sideline. And that's what's happened. So 2nd and 3. Norwood brings motion. Jet sweep again. It's going to be a pass. Looking to throw the ball downfield. Throws it short. And Mark James in coverage didn't realize the pass was thrown short, and the pass was complete.
Ladkowski took the pitch. Ladkowski's pass complete.
And it looks like it was complete to a number 1, and I don't have a number 1 on the roster for
number 1 for a first down.
Norwood. So that's a first down. James had him in coverage, but the pass was thrown short.
First and 10,
And
Norwood at the Westwood
Mark
13.
James didn't look back for the ball in time, but the receiver knew when it was being thrown, so he looked, and he adjusted his route to the short throw. So Norwood, 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. It's a quarterback keeper on the outside. He slips through some tacklers. He gained for about 3 yards, down to about the 10-yard line.
Dennehy, the ball carrier. Brought down by
Dennehy
Powell.
calling his own number with a quarterback sweep left. He had 2 blockers out in front.
A gain of 3 on the play. It is 2nd and 7.
2nd and
At the
7.
Westwood 10.
They need to get to the 3-yard line. Norwood has had some difficulty getting into the end zone this year, scoring 42 points in 4 games. Back to pass. Throw is over the middle. Dropped by Ludkowski, I think.
Dennehy's pass intended for Vladkowski. Incomplete.
He's the go-to receiver, but for this Mustang team. But not sure-handed on that. That would have been good for 6 points. 3rd and 7 at the 10-yard line. Given the kicker's kickoff to open the game, went down through the end zone, I'd say a field goal is definitely a possibility. There's some teams that just don't have that in their arsenal. Here we go, 3rd and 7 from the 10. Willett being chased from behind. He's got a receiver open. Pass is caught at about the 7 or 8 yard line. Pass was complete to
Dennehy's
Pedro
pass
de
complete,
Oliveira,
14, Pedro de Oliveira.
senior wide receiver. That's going to set up 4th down. They only gave him a half-yard gain. I thought he got more than that,
A
but
gain of 1 on the play.
that's going to set up
4th
4th
down
and
at 6 at the Westwood
6.5
9.
yards. They have to get down to the 3, I believe. Yeah, the 3-yard line for a 1st down. So here out comes the kicking tee. And it looks like it's Jay Ladkowski.
lined up for the field goal. Jake Smelster holding.
Smelster, the holder. Kick is on its way and looks like it's through. So
The kick is
Norwood
good.
drives down the field from about just shy of midfield. Stalls around the 9-yard line.
27-yard field
And they
goal is
kick
good.
a 27-yard
3,
field goal.
Westwood nothing.
And they draw first blood. 3-0, the lead for the Norwood Mustangs. So I mentioned Norwood having trouble getting the ball in the end zone as that drive falls short. They started off the season playing Walpole and were losers 27-0. And then they traveled to Medway and lost 34-18. And take that back. They did travel to Medway. They start off the season 0-3. My information is faulty. And then they played Hopkinton last week and lost 28-6. So they've scored 24 points in 3 games, not, as I mentioned, 4 games. So they start the season off 0-3. Westwood is 1-2. So Ladkowski will do the kicking. Successful kick through the end zone. Macaulay back to receive, and that ball is going to be let go through the end zone as well. Nice kickoff as Colley would have been pinned deep in the corner.
Back of the end zone, touchback.
So 2:42 left to go in the first quarter.
Westwood will begin first
Norwood
and 10
in the
from
lead,
their own
3-0.
25.
So obviously Westwood looking to improve on their 3 and out that started the game on the opening possession. Paff getting the play from Pindell. Coach Pindell likes to have the quarterback come over to the sideline after every play to talk things over quickly and get the play for the next down. Hall is in the backfield along with Paff. We have no tight ends, 2 slots to one slot to each side and 2 wideouts to each side of the line of scrimmage. Paff looking downfield. Here comes a blitz. pad pass over the head of Mark James, intended receiver, the junior wide receiver. Not sure what happened there, if it was a bad pass or a route that Jake was not anticipating.
2nd and 10.
Clock stops with 2:37. Norwood has taken one of their 5 timeouts allotted for the half. So Westwood not generating any yardage right now. Either run or pass. Things are just a bit off. And Norwood has brought blitz each time Paff has dropped back to pass. See what they do here. They do again. And we're going to have a penalty.
There is no play.
Dead ball foul is likely against the offense, either procedure or a delay of game. And that's going to be a false start penalty.
Against Westwood, a false start.
So that's going to push them back 5 yards
5-yard block off.
to the 20-yard line.
15 for Westwood.
Westwood just shooting themselves in the foot on these 2 first possessions. Looks like that play was going to be an option play. So again, Norwood playing a 4-4 defense. 4 linebackers, 4 linemen. Paff keeps the ball, fumbles it. It's on the ground. It was an option play, and Paff kept it. Never could regain the handle on the option, and they lose possession to the Mustangs. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Norwood at the 12-yard line. Westwood is really struggling to find something to go right offensively. So the ball just went on the ground, and there were just so many white shirts around. And just the one green shirt, Paff trying to regain his own fumble. So Norwood looking to go out to a 2-score lead here. They could push it in the end zone. Ball's actually on the 13-yard line, so they need to get to the 3. Drops back to pass. Slant pattern over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Dennehy's pass intended.
Dennehy's pass intended for Vladkowski.
Vladkowski again. He will likely receive the lion's share of intended passes by Dennehy today. So I mentioned Mark Murphy is a senior quarterback captain. He is in street clothes for tonight's game, so we will not see him. But Dennehy has seen action so far this year, so he's no stranger to this varsity action as a sophomore. Give us up the middle and left side. Hard running down near a 1st down, and that's Teddy Willett, the tailback position. And it's going to be close to a 1st down. It was 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass, and I think the referees are discussing, and now they're going to give them the 1st down. So that's going to set up a 1st and goal from the 3.
There was a gain of 10 on the play.
So Westwood not able to contain the running game of the Mustangs, as Norwood has had a number of plays run for well over 7-8 yards already in this first quarter. Clock is running.
Ball spotted closer to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
I formation. Willett at the tailback position. Give us Willett off the right tackle. He's brought down. And it looks like Westwood's claiming the ball came loose and they recovered, but no signal by the referees.
Willett, the ball carrier. Brought down for no gain.
Still no signal, except by Westwood players. Usually that means it's not going to be given as a turnover. So we're going to set up second down and goal from about the 5-yard line. Loss of 2 looks like on the
There's a
play.
loss of 3 on the play. It's going to be second and goal at the Westwood 5.
So Westwood snuffed that out. The off-tackle power I play. Willett in the backfield, the lone back. Give it to him up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Shamar Hall hit him first. And Michael Hanlon.
Hit made by Shamar Hall.
And a gain of 1 down to the 4. So that's going to set up third and goal at the 4. Norwood insisting on running the ball. And this may be an opportunity for them to
Third down and goal at the Westwood 4.
maybe roll out Dennehy. And they're going to call timeout and talk things over.
And that is the end of the first quarter.
So no timeout call, but that's the end of the
Norwood
first.
3,
Norwood
Westwood
3-0 over Westwood. As we'll switch ends of the field. Westwood offense really needs to talk things over on the sideline and try to get things going. I mentioned this is Norwood played Hopkinton last week. This is Norwood's inaugural year in the Tri-Valley League. They were in the Bay State League prior to this year, but they had petitioned to enter the Tri-Valley League as their student enrollment has gone down significantly, and they are now in Division 4, and the Bay State League has a number of Division 1 and 2 teams. Things have changed throughout the Bay State population-wise, and Norwood is no different than any other town. So now they are playing in a more suitable school-size league of Tri-Valley. They are in the Tri-Valley Large, which is the same section of the Tri-Valley that the Westwood Wolverines are in. And last year, Dedham was welcomed into the Tri-Valley League. They're in the Tri-Valley Small Division. So, moving forward, next week, Norwood will host Ashland.
All right, I see a robot.
Also a Tri-Valley League
I see
team.
something ready to fire something somewhere.
And tonight being the first home game, it's well attended by Westwood students. Proudly call themselves the Den, the home of the Wolverine. And tonight is a whiteout night theme where students are dressed largely in white clothing. So here we go, third and goal from the 4-yard line. Dennehy looking to his right, throwing right. Passes wide of his intended receiver for an incomplete pass. And that's going to bring up fourth down. And we saw the kicking team come on last time, and we're going to see the same thing here. Fourth and goal from the 4. It looks like Norwood is going to be bringing out the kicking tee for the place kicker, Ladkowski. That's Jay Ladkowski. They actually have a sophomore, Rob Ladkowski, who is a running back on the team.
Ladkowski is in for the field goal try. Smeltzer holding.
Snap is down, kick is on its way, and it is good.
The kick is good.
So they make Westwood pay for that fumble on the 12-yard line. They take it down to the 4, where they convert
Norwood 6, Westwood nothing.
the field goal and take a 6-0 lead over the Wolverines. So a successful stop on both of the Norwood drives short of the goal line, and they hold the Mustangs to field goals, keeping in striking distance. It's a 6-0 lead for the Norwood Mustangs. So as I mentioned, Norwood having difficulty. They are finding themselves with a lead for the first time in quite some time. Norwood, as I mentioned, did not win a game in the 2017 campaign, and in fact they have not won a game since 2016, where their record was 3-8. In fact, their last victory was over Dedham on September 23rd, 2016, where they beat Dedham 12-6.
Latkowski in the kickoff.
And they started off that season 3-0.
Matt Colley back deep.
Latkowski's kick back to Matt Colley. He takes it at the 7, running to his right. He's got some blockers, a little bit of a hole. He's on his way to the sideline, knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line. A very nice kick return by junior Matt Colley. He's got speed, I mentioned before. If he can find a crease, he can do some damage. He's saying he stepped out of bounds at the 43-yard line, so that's where the Wolverines will set up shop. 10:42 left to go until halftime. Westwood looking to move the ball successfully, still trying to get their first down of the game. So Westwood setting up with a single back formation. That's Hall in the backfield along with quarterback Paff. He's got 2 receivers to his right, a tight end to his left, and a flanker split wide left. The give is to Hall up the middle. Eludes a tackle there, and good first down yardage, good for 8 yards. It's going to set up 2nd and 2. First time Wolverines move across midfield into Mustang territory. 2nd and 2, sometimes this is where you may see long passes attempted because you still have 2 more downs, 3rd and 4th at this field position, and especially in high school, to go for it on 4th down. Westwood, same formation. Slot to his right, wide receiver to his right, tight end to the left. Hall set to his right. The give is to Hall off the left tackle. He's met but pushed forward as he's tackled from behind, and that's going to be enough for a first down for the Wolverines.
Hall, the ball carrier.
So moving successfully
Brought down by number 59,
on this possession, perhaps sparked by the excellent return by Matt Colley.
Westwood first down. 1st and 10.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Wolverines. Westwood, so far this drive, winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. Colin Fay back in the backfield with Paff. They blitz up the middle. The give is to Fay, and he's met by that blitz up the middle. They had that stuffed. And he's going to be stopped for a loss of about a half a yard.
Colin Fay, the ball carrier.
Second and 10.5 yards.
Play to 2nd and 11. At the Norwood 47.
Fay in the backfield along with Paff. Dom Howe is the tight end on the left side. Paff fakes the handoff. Wide open is Braden Loughnane over the middle. He's got room. He's got space. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Wolverines!
Pass complete.
Pass is good for 47 yards and the first score by the Wolverines at home this year. Norwood had no safety help over the middle, and Loughnane's slant pattern just broke past where the linebackers were. He waited for him to clear his pattern, and Paff hit him perfectly in stride. And he took it all the way the rest of the way, about 35 yards for 6. So Connor Daniele in for the extra point. Mark James will be holding for the Wolverine. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick is good, and Westwood takes the lead on 3 plays. Striking pay dirt. Paff to Loughnane, 7-6 our score. A quick strike by the Wolverine offense. After they couldn't get anything going on the first 2 possessions, they hit pay dirt from 47 yards out, Paff to Loughnane. So Westwood has its first lead of the game, and they will set up to kick off. Connor Daniele, the sophomore kicker, will do the kicking duties for the Wolverines. They will kick from the 40-yard line. And Norwood's got to be a little stunned. 2 drives march down, get stalled short of the end zone, and they kick successful extra points in consecutive possessions. But Westwood eliminates that lead immediately in 3 plays and takes the 7-6 lead. So I mentioned in 2016, Norwood jumped out to a 3-0 record. And they were back in the Bay State lead, beating Framingham, Wayland, and Dedham, and then losing every single game remaining in the way of they have not won a game since. So Westwood, hopefully a little fired up after that show by the offense. So Daniele put a foot into it at the 40. And it's a pooch kick, ball short, gathered there by the Mustangs.
Kick is fielded by number 59, Aiden Pryor.
And it's Aiden Pryor, the junior linebacker on special teams there. So Norwood gets the ball at their own 36. Westwood has been successful with that pooch kick so far this year, and they tried it again there, but Norwood successfully falls on it, and they'll start 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Mustangs. Norwood in their away white uniforms. Dennehy gives to Willett up the middle, off tackle. He's stopped after a gain of about 4 yards. The ball is run out to the 40-yard line. Westwood is sporting a new look tonight. New game uniforms just delivered to the players yesterday. It's a familiar home green, but they are different. They're actually wearing the JV pants because the varsity pants that were delivered they were produced in error, so they have the JV pants which match the green, I guess, a lot better. So 2nd and about 6 for the Mustangs. Dennehy in the pistol. He's calling his own number, running right. Slowed up initially, but breaks through the seam, and he's down the sidelines. Knocked out of bounds, forced out of bounds, I should say, down to the 27-yard line. Now they say he stepped out well short of that at the 38-yard line, but it's good for a Norwood 1st down. Looked like Dennehy strung that play out nicely, followed his block, found a seam before he cut upfield. Nice gain by the sophomore quarterback, and that was a designed quarterback end around right from the start. And when they run that, he's got a couple of lead blockers in the backfield, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. No signal as to why right now. Might have been a Westwood made a substitution. Eli Maroon came out, and we might have an equipment problem. That might have been the reason for the stop, but I didn't see a signal by the referee indicating that Norwood may have used her 2nd timeout, but with 5, it's likely not to come into play. So it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the Wolverine 38-yard line. 2 slot receivers, or 2 backs in the backfield to the left of Dennehy, who's under center. The give is off the right tackle, the tailback. Difficult to tell the number on that give. It's been Willett. In the past, I believe it was also number 2 that time. Not sure if he goes by Willett or Willett. There's a Willett Pond in Norwood. Not sure there's any relationship there. So it's a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
3 on the play. 2nd and 7 at the Westwood 35.
So Westwood's defense has been a bend but don't break variety so far this game. Giving up some yardage, but so far only field goals. Dennehy looking left, forced out of the pocket, rolling left, still looking downfield, has no one to throw to. He's tackled for a gain of about a half a yard.
Dennehy is brought down by Dom Howe.
And that's going to set up 3rd down. He gained a yard. Set up 3rd and 6.
A gain of 1 on the play.
Maroon back in there at the safety position for the Wolverines.
Third down and 6.
Westwood plays a 4-4 defense, 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 2 outside, 2 inside linebackers. Inside linebackers are Shamar Hall and Dom Howe, and the outside linebackers are Michael Hanlon and Braden Locknane. Dennehy looking to his right, throws out there to Ledkowski, and he spins trying to get that first down marker, and he's very
Dennehy's
close.
Pass complete to Ledkowski.
Let's see what the call is. I think he's going to be a little short, setting up 4th and a short yard, maybe half a yard.
28,
But
a gain of 3 on the
the
play.
offense will
Fourth
stay
down
on the
and 1.
field here, and Norwood will go for it. Norwood has gone up the middle with their run offense about as often as they've gone around the end, so you really don't know what they're going to dial up here at 4th and half a yard. Many times when they have run the 2 slots to the side, they'll run a power to that side, and they'll act as lead blockers.
4th down and 1.
So we're going to have a whistle stopping the clock and a timeout called against, taken by Norwood.
Norwood takes timeout.
4:18 left to go until halftime. Westwood in the lead, 7-6 our score. Both teams with about the same amount of offensive yards. Westwood resulting in 1 touchdown, and Norwood capitalizing on 2 field goal attempts. Westwood has just shy of 70 yards total offense.
Fans, just a few minutes left before halftime. I
So
see the
tonight,
50-50 raffle.
Friday, September 28th,
all around,
is the
selling,
night,
selling. Just a
the
few minutes
kickoff
left.
of
Get
Westwood's
those 50-50
annual
raffle
Westwood
tickets,
Day, a day,
Somebody's gonna win a bundle.
of fair activities
set a record
in the
tonight?
parking
I
lot
don't
of Westwood
know.
High School tomorrow from
You
10 to
can't
2.
Set a new record.
And it
unless
starts
you buy
tonight
them.
with tonight's game, and there
Get
will be
those tickets
fireworks
now
after the
before
game.
halftime, because we will have the drawing at halftime.
So Westwood hoping they can get some penetration here and blow up this play for a loss, or at least a no gain on 4th and half a yard for the Mustangs. Westwood in their goal line defense, stacking the line of scrimmage.
4th down and 1.
Linebackers looking ready to shoot the gap. Full house backfield by Dennehy, and he's brought down. Don't know what that play was designed to do, but it certainly wasn't designed to do that. Westwood is going to take over on downs with a loss of about 5 or 6 yards on that play.
Westwood takes over on downs. Dennehy sacked for a loss.
Not sure if he had an option called on that or he missed the handoff to Willette, but either way, it goes for a turnover on downs, and Westwood will set up first and 10 at the 34-yard line. So Westwood's offense will take the field, looking to build on the momentum from the last time they were on the field with a 47-yard scoring strike from Paff to Locknane. Westwood with a tight end to the right, flanker to the right, slot receiver to his left, wide receivers to his left. Hall is in the backfield. Paff looking down to the right. He's got Hannon there, open, just overthrows him by a step.
Incomplete.
Defender had fallen down on the play. Hannon was wide open after he fell down. He fell down while the ball was in the air, and Paff and Hannon just couldn't connect on that pass. Pass was in the air for about 30 yards, and Jack Hannon just couldn't quite get there. So that sets up 2nd and 10. He was open, he had him. Jack Hannon has good speed on the outside. So if he can free himself off the line, some press coverage, we're gonna have a timeout taken by Coach Pindell and Westwood.
Westwood takes
And they'll
timeout.
talk things over. 4:05 left to go in the second
30-second timeout.
quarter. Westwood program is enjoying good numbers this year as they, first time in many years, had enough players to field a varsity, a junior varsity, and a freshman team. Haven't had a separate freshman team in quite some time. So there's a short timeout. Pindell and Paff talked it over on the sideline, and I think they're on the same page. Let's see what they have in store here for 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. Hall is in the backfield with Paff. Paff fakes the handoff, goes to Mark James over the middle. Another slant reception. James is tackled at the 50-yard line.
Junior, complete.
Play is good for 16 yards and a Westwood first down.
First down for Westwood. 1st and 10, Westwood at midfield.
So they're running
16-yard pass play.
They run the fake to the lone setback, Hall, and then they run a slant pattern. It looks like that the safety is got some responsibility, and they're leaving the responsibility on the run fake. So it's 1st and 10, ball right at the midfield stripe for the Wolverines. Hall still in the backfield with Paff. Paff drops back, looking to his right. He's got James. Bobbles the play a little bit, the pass, but he gathers it nicely. Brought down just out of bounds. Good for about 7 yards, 6 yards to the 44-yard line, where he's knocked out of bounds. Another gain of 6 yards. 2nd and 4 for the Wolverines. Clock stops as James was knocked out of bounds. Each team has used one timeout this half. What's going on here? The referees are marking. Did not see the flag, but they're marking it off from the line of scrimmage, 10 yards. So it looks like it might be a holding call. We do have a holding call against the Wolverines, so wipe that 6-yard pass.
Westwood holding
complete. That really hurts.
It is a 10-yard penalty.
In effect, that's a 16-yard penalty.
20, Westwood at their own 40.
So it's 1st and 20. They're at the 40. They have to go to the 40 for a first down. Paff in the pistol. And we're going to have timeout Westwood. They take their second timeout of the half. And they're going to talk things over.
Timeout.
And they're going to bring in their tight end package. Dom Howe is already out there. Kevin McDonald will come out. He's the other tight end. And Matt Cawley comes in. And Dom Howe comes out, and so too does Shamar Hall. So let's see what Westwood has going here. So Westwood's got 3 receivers to its right. 2 receivers to the left. They have an empty backfield. Paff all alone, looking over the middle to his left. Pass just out of the reach of the hands of John Hannon, the senior receiver who is in the slot on the left. That's going to set up 2nd and 20.
It will be 2nd and 20.
Clock stops. 3:24 left to go until halftime. Westwood still remains 3 timeouts. Same formation. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Paff 5 yards deep. Calls out the signals. He's looking over the middle, steps up in the pocket. He's running for it, makes a move, makes a miss, and he's down all the way down to the 44-yard line. Good play, scramble is good for 16 yards. They needed 20, he got 16. It's going to set up 3rd and 4. And most importantly, it brings up the possibility of a 4th down, go for it in this position. So it gives them 2 plays remaining to get the 4 yards, to get the move of the sticks here. Clock is running as he did not run out of bounds. 2:45 left to go. 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Same formation, just flipped from the last play. They run motion. Matt Cauley comes in motion. He rolls to his left, looking for someone. Dumps it over the middle. Back to his right. Play caught. Looks like Kevin McDonald. No, take that. Might be Eli Maroon.
Complete to number 10, Kevin McDonald. And the gain is enough for a Westwood
I believe that was Eli Maroon. That's a first down. The clock will stop until they reset the chains. 2:26 left to go. First down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Jake did a nice job rolling to his right, threw back across his body, and found his receiver just past the hash mark. Jake looking for some clarity by the coach. And we're going to have a whistle. Timeout Norwood. That's their second timeout taken for the half.
Norwood takes timeout.
So Westwood finding some life here with some scrambling by Jake Paff at quarterback, passing and running the ball,
Full timeout.
as they have found themselves for the second time in 4 possessions in Norwood territory. I mentioned next week Norwood will they will play host to Ashland and playing their 3rd game in the Tri-Valley League. And I mentioned earlier, Westwood lost their Tri-Valley opener to Holliston last year. A tough game. Westwood's lines really had a difficult time containing the offense and defensive lines of the Holliston Panthers. Holliston opened their season against another Tri-Valley team, Norton, Tri-Valley Small, with a victory. Okay, so we're back on the field. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the 36-yard line of the Norwood Mustangs. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to the left. Paff looking left. He's got a man. Didn't see the linebacker, went right through the hands.
Complete. Broken up by number 66.
Opportunity lost there for Norwood. So their inside linebacker couldn't hold on. 2 minutes left to go, 2nd and 10. Wolverines dodge a bullet there. They already have 1 turnover, and Norwood capitalized into a field goal in the second quarter. Early in the second quarter. 2nd and 10. Paff looking right, throwing out sideline pattern. He's got Eli Maroon there. Very close to a first down. Knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they mark that.
Eli Maroon.
It's going to be close. No signal yet from the referee. I think he's going to be a yard short.
There is a gain of 9 on the play.
So the play went for 9 and a half. It's going to set up 3rd and short. Certainly 2-down territory for the Wolverines.
3rd down and less
They
than
run
1.
empty backfield.
The Norwood 26.
This might be a situation where quarterback spies the linebacker, sees what he's doing, and maybe calls his own play with a quarterback draw. Try to get that first down. Looking to his right. He's got his man. Pass is caught. Completed out by the sideline. He's run out of bounds. John Hannon on the reception.
Pass complete to John Hannon.
And it's going to go out of bounds, so the clock stops with 1:47. Westwood working the clock nicely on this drive.
3 on the play is enough for another Westwood first down.
So the ball is down at the 23-yard line. Got to get down to the 13 for a first. Westwood, empty backfield again. 5 receivers in on this play. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Paff looking right. Steps up in the pocket. Pulls it down. He's got some room open on the left side. Cuts in the middle. Brought down after a gain of about 8 yards.
Big Paff on the keeper.
Clock will continue to run with 1:35.
Tackle by number 27.
Whistle is
Brendan Linehan.
blown. Looks like Westwood's going to call a timeout. Yes, Westwood will call a
Gain 7
timeout.
on the play,
Their
second
third.
3 at the Norwood 16.
Gain of 7 on the play by Jake Paff, who's racking up the scramble yards. Was very fortunate to be able to pull that
And
pump
Westwood
fake
this
down.
time out.
He was very close to being hauled down by the Norwood defensive lineman. But to their credit, the offensive lineman for Westwood, if you're watching this on your computer, you can play it back. Not sure who it was. Didn't get the picture or the number of the offensive lineman who was continuing his block, to his credit, which allowed Jake Paff to pull the ball down and run to his left. Mark James came hobbling off. He's talking with Paul Lilla, the trainer, over on the sideline. He's just talking. Doesn't look like he's seeking attention now. He might have a cramp. So Mark James, a integral part of this Westwood offense and defense. So Westwood's got 2nd and 3.
Second down.
Shamar Hall returns back to the backfield with Paff. Got a tight end to the left. Hall is the fake. Paff keeps it, scrambling to his right, looking for somebody, sees someone wide open in the end zone. Unfortunately, it's the Norwood defender. An interception in the end zone. And Westwood's impressive drive is stopped with an interception in the end zone. So Norwood will take over with 1:14. Very disappointing for the Wolverines. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Oh, that's unfortunate. He had room to run for a gain, but he saw green jersey in the end zone. But by the time the ball got there, a white jersey was stepping in front. And that, I believe, was caught by Norwood defender number 1, who, again, does not appear on our roster. Colin Fay, late substitution, running in for the defense for Westwood. Dennehy gives off tackle out of the power I formation, and that play is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And the clock will run.
Teddy Willett, the ball carrier.
Thought maybe Westwood may try to
Tackle by everyone.
work the clock, and they do after they call a timeout after 7 seconds.
About 2nd and 10.
Tick off. That's the 4th,
Across the Norwood 20.
by my count, 4th timeout taken by the Wolverines. So you'd imagine after a successful defensive stop on that play, they would call a timeout, hoping they could get 2 more stops. And they only have 1 more timeout, I believe.
And a timeout.
Maybe force a punt and get the ball back with some time. So we're in just under a minute, 53 seconds remain. Said they lost 7 seconds, wondering if they wanted to call a timeout, because he was brought down at the 1 minute mark. As has been the case for quite some time. I think we're on year 7 or 8 of the Westwood Fire Department bringing their ladder truck and donating it for the evening to be the flagpole for the huge American flag right next to the normal American flag that's here. But for this Westwood Day, opening day for the Wolverines' home schedule, they volunteer that, and it's nice. 2nd and 10. Dennehy under center. He's got 1 back in the backfield. They pitch it. Pitch left. That's Willett, who's brought down immediately in the backfield
Teddy Willett,
by
ball
number
carrier.
53,
Brought
Miles
down for a
Heespeling,
loss by Miles Heespeling.
the senior captain, defensive tackle. Another timeout, and I believe the final timeout taken by the Wolverines. Play took 7 seconds, 46 remain until half. And that's going to set up
Westwood takes timeout.
a 3rd and 12. So
30-second
Norwood
timeout,
likely to
final
run the
timeout.
ball, as they have Westwood has no more timeouts. So I would think Norwood would play it safe and run the ball here Even if they fall short of the first down, it'll take up the bulk of the remaining time of this half before they have to get a punt off on 4th down. Dennehy in the pistol. Lone back. And a run up the middle. Quickly cut off by Wolverines. Gain of about 3 yards. It's going to set up 4th and 9. 35 seconds. And that should probably do it. Come very close. We can't tell as we have no game clock. The game clock is kept on the field by the back judge. And Matt Cawley back deep to receive the punt if they even have to kick it. So we can't tell. There's 10 seconds remaining in the half. And looks like Norwood may call a timeout if they were in violation near of a delayed game. And I think that's what they're going to do. Nope. Clock will just simply run out. And we are at halftime. Not a lot of offense, some excitement. But Westwood goes into halftime, I believe. Well, let's see. No, we had a timeout taken by Norwood. No idea. Let's see. Asking the referee, asking to have some time put up back on the clock. 5 seconds looks like will remain. And Norwood will have to punt this ball. So you would think they would want to punt this ball out of bounds, as that would likely take 5 seconds off the clock instead of putting the ball in the hands of Matt Cawley, who could take it back the distance. So you think no matter what, if whatever Westwood can do, they make sure they don't let this ball go out of bounds, if at all possible. Or Westwood could put 11 men at the line and go for the block. Never know. In high school, bad snaps happen all the time. So Westwood sending out his punt return team. Matt Cawley back deep. He'll set up about the 40-yard line.
Matt Cawley back deep for the Wolverines.
I believe it's Ladkowski in for the punting.
Ladkowski in the punt.
Good snap. Good kick. And Cawley's going to let it bounce. Goes past him. Picks it up around the 27-yard line. He's going to go out of bounds around the 40, and that's going to do it as the last play of the half.
Goes out of bounds, no time on the clock. That is the end of the first half.
So Westwood takes a 1-point lead into the half. 7-6 our score. Norwood with 2 field goals successful, and Westwood with 1 47-yard touchdown strike. Path to Loughnane. We'll be back with second half action after this break. Norwood will receive the second half kickoff.
Hunter Daniele is in the kickoff. Kickoff is fielded by Aiden Pryor. Norwood, 1st and 10 at their own 41. Teddy Willett, the ball carrier, is tackled by Omar El Zaru. There's a gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9 at the Norwood 42-yard line. Dennehy on the keeper. Brought down by Mike Hanlon Jr. A loss of 3 on the play. It is 3rd down and 12 at their own 39. Willard's pass incomplete. Intended for Snellstor and defended by Eli Maroon. It is 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Fans, get those 50-50 raffle tickets ready. Next stop at the play, we'll do the drawing. And we have a near record jackpot, $361. So get those tickets ready. 4th down and 12. Lykowski to punt. There's no play. There's no play. There's a flag on the play. It is a false start against Norwood. It will be a 5-yard penalty. It will be 4th down and 17. We have a New England Patriots drawing the 50-50 raffle ticket right now. He's in 3rd grade, but he's with the Patriots. Lykowski to punt, 4th and 17. Punt is downed by Colin Fay. Westwood takes over, 1st and 10. Everybody ready for the 50-50 raffle number? Get ready. We have a flag on the play. We have a penalty against Westwood, a face mask. A 15-yard penalty. Fay, the ball carrier. Brought down by Pryor. A gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 14. At the Westwood 15. Fay, the ball carrier. Taps pass complete to Mark James Jr. for the first down. 1st and 10 Westwood at their own 31-yard line. All the ball carrier. Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. Pass incomplete. Intended for Howe. And defended by Blatkowski. 3rd down and 12. There are 5 people in the booth with me. They all have a word to say. At the next stoppage, we will draw that ticket. Get those tickets ready, folks. 50-50 raffle coming right up. And pass complete to Eli Maroon. 1st down, Westwood across midfield. 1st and 10 Westwood at the Norwood 44. Pass complete to Hannon. The gain is enough for another Westwood 1st down. 1st and 10 Westwood at the Norwood 24. Pass complete to Hannon. Tackle by number 54, Sam Long. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 from the Norwood 25. I have Maddie, Hayden, Ava, Nancy, and Allie with me. They're waiting for a timeout. Get those tickets ready. Mar Hall, the ball carrier. It's a gain of 10 on the play. Third down and 1 at the Norwood 15. Okay, get those tickets ready. Seven, 9, 6, 2, 1, 8, 1. The winning ticket is 7, 9, 6, 2, 1, 8, 1. It's blue. Blue ticket, 7, 9, 6, 2, 1, 8, 1. If this is your ticket, come on up. We have $361 for you. If this is not your ticket, sit tight because if nobody claims it, we will draw again. 7, 9, 6, 2, 1, 8, 1. And thank you to some eager 6th graders and a particular 3rd grader for helping draw it. Thank you, everybody. We will let you know if and when somebody comes to claim it. The ball carrier. The gain is enough for a Westwood first down. 1st and 10, Westwood just outside the Norwood 10. Congratulations, John Mon, a winner tonight, $361. Congratulations. Westwood Gridiron thanks you all for your support. 361. Not a record, but maybe next week. Okay, the ball carrier.
So Westwood is down, knocking on the door. Third and goal on the 3. Looks like we may have had some technical difficulties. Hopefully we corrected those for you. Not sure when those began, as I am cameraman, engineer, and announcer. And we're going to have a timeout called by Norwood as they want to talk things over. In this crucial third down play. Remains to be seen as to whether or not Westwood will go for it, a fourth down in this neck of the woods. 7-6 our score, Westwood in the lead, looking to obviously add to that. Big game for both teams. Norwood 0-3, Westwood 1-2. Norwood looking to end this losing streak dating back 24 months. In fact, it was September 23rd, 2016, that they last had a victory against Dedham.
Third down and
so here we go. Norwood knocking on the door. Westwood knocking on Norwood's door. 3rd and goal from the 3. Hall set to Paff's right. Lots of players over on the right. Paff rolling right, looking to go left. He's going to throw it at the feet of Jack Hannon. Not sure what that play was designed for, but Norwood seemed to have it snuffed out right away.
Goal from across the
so
3.
4th and goal. May look for a timeout here. Nope. Westwood's offense will stay on the field as they will go for it. And the plus to this is Westwood's defense has been doing well, and if they don't convert this into a touchdown, Norwood's offense will start the ball deep into their own territory. So you had 2 backs in the backfield, Hall and Hannon with Paff. Hannon in motion. Swing pass to Jack Hannon. Passes over his head. Lots of white shirts over there anyway. I'm not sure it would have made it anyway. But Westwood turns the ball over on downs. They march all the way down to the 3-yard line. And
Norwood takes over.
Not sure that play was designed.
It
was going to work against this particular defense that Norwood put out there. But Westwood gets a lot of yards and no points. 7-6 our score remains. Westwood in the lead. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Got to be disappointing for Westwood to march all the way down the field only to get snuffed at the goal line. So Westwood's defense looking for a quick 3 and out. Maybe get the ball back in midfield after another Ladkowski punt, but first they got to stop him. Dennehy gives up the middle. Play goes for about 4 yards. That'll set up 2nd and 6.
Teddy Willett, the ball carrier.
Looks like the offense for Norwood goes Dennehy, Willett, and Ladkowski.
5 at the Norwood 8.
They give them 5-yard gain on that play, almost 6, setting up 2nd and 5. And down in this area, you'd like to run the ball to get out from the shadow of your own end zone. Power I formation. In motion comes the slot back. Left tackle, Willett gets the ball again. Good for about 2. It's going to set up 3rd and 2. They mark him down at the 10-yard line.
Willett, the ball carrier.
So Westwood line looking to big stop here. Norwood undoubtedly would kick on 4th down at this point in the field. Dennehy comes from the sideline with the play.
It is 3rd down and 3.
Norwood bunching in the line, double tight end. Drop back to pass. Pass is complete over the middle. Number 14, that's Pedro de Oliveira. And that's going to be good for a 1st down. They needed 2 and they got 4. Ball marked down at the, looks like they maybe got
Maroon.
5 at the 16-yard line. So that's a first down for the Mustangs. And that looks like it may be the last play of the third quarter.
Up for a first down.
10 seconds
First and
remain.
10, Norwood at their own 16.
Norwood coach is Jim Ty, who was coach last year and I believe the year before for the Mustangs.
And that is the end of the third quarter.
And Westwood takes a 1-point
Westwood
lead
7,
into the fourth quarter,
6.
having just given up a 3rd and 2 completed pass for a first down, conversion of 5 yards.
Please pick up player pins at the snack
Westwood's
shack, the concession
senior
stand.
captains
Varsity
this year
parents
are
for
Braden
Westwood,
Loughnane,
please pick
Eli
up your
Maroon,
player
Dom
pins
Howe,
at the snack
Miles
shack.
Hiespelink.
Thank you.
Done a very good job getting the kids excited off season, coordinated for lifts, other activities, captain's practices, things like that. Done a very nice job with the boys this year. Westwood does have a lot of sophomores and juniors
Just a
playing
reminder,
this year.
everybody,
So
at the
the
conclusion
hope
of the
is
game,
that they
stay
can
where
build
you
off
are.
that experience and next year
Fireworks
be that
show will
much
happen. Wait till the field
more
is clear,
experience and that
then
much
we can
tougher.
all Go and watch the fireworks from the middle.
Norwood
And at the conclusion of the game, stay right where you
team
are.
traveling
First,
with their
please.
cheerleaders. Norwood traveled well today. The visiting section in the stands is well filled. So here we go, 1st and 10, ball on the 16. Norwood offense bunched in the middle. And it's a quarterback keeper on the right side. Dennehy good for about 12. That's a first down
Dennehy,
before he's
the
brought
keeper,
down.
brought down
And
by Loughnane.
looks like the outside contain didn't happen on that far side.
There is a gain of 12
And
on the
they
play.
bit
That's
on
another
that
first
inside
down for
handoff.
Norwood. 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Of course, you have to always onto the outside first and foremost if you're a defensive end or an outside linebacker. Can't let somebody get outside of you. But they did on that play, and it was good for 12, and it's a first down Norwood. Dennehy's done a good job, though has been unsuccessful in guiding them into the end zone so far. Up the middle, the handoff is given to Willett. Motion man stopped at the line and became the lead blocker.
Willett, the ball carrier.
Gets up slowly and limping to the back to the huddle.
A gain of 3 on the play, and it is 2nd and 7 at the Norwood 32.
2nd and 7. We're going to have a timeout taken by Norwood. There was some confusion. Looks like the offense was not doing what the coach thought they were going to do, so he called a timeout.
And a timeout.
That is their second taken.
Norwood takes a 30-second
It
timeout.
was a quick one, a 30-second timeout, as they just wanted to get on the same page. And I believe running the ball was Pedro de Oliveira on that last play, not Willett, and he came up limping. It looks like he's over on the far sideline, getting some attention by the Norwood training staff. Ladkowski split out to the right. He's their primary receiving threat. Dennehy in the pistol. Drops back, looking to his right, scrambling to his right. Gets rid of one tackler, brought down right near the line to gain. It's going to be close.
The keeper. Brought down by El Zaru.
And it's tough to see. They're giving them the first down. It's going to be close, and they are. They're going to move the chains. Another first down for the Mustangs. Have a hard time.
For a first down, 1st and 10, Norwood at their own 39.
Run defense is having a difficult time tonight, as they did against Holliston last week. So with a fresh set of downs at the 39-yard line, Dennehy brings his offense to the line. Another bunched in offense. 2 slot men to his right. The pitch goes to the right to Willett. He's met at the line of scrimmage and brought down quickly. And that will set up
Willett,
2nd and 10.
Tackle for no gain, 2nd and 10.
Westwood's defense, after giving up one long scoring drive to open the game for the Mustangs, they've really shut them down. So 2nd and 10. Dennehy back under center. Give this to Willett up the middle. Pile is stopped.
Willett, the ball carrier.
Looks like that was...
Tackled in the backfield by El Zaru.
El Zaru. Omar El Zaru, a senior a defensive lineman.
3rd down and 9 at the Norwood 40.
So it brings up a passing down, typical passing down. Let's see what they do. They have been successful running the ball outside. They like to run that quarterback designed end around. 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Give me the 39. Dennehy alone in the backfield. No, he's not. Well, that's there, picking up the blitz block. Ball is tipped away by, looks like Michael Hanlon got a hand on that.
Dennehy's pass incomplete. Tipped and incomplete.
So that's going to set up 4th down and 9 and bring up the punting unit. Ladkowski back to kick for the Mustangs, and Fay and Cawley back deep for the Wolverines. Showing respect for Ladkowski's foot, as he's shown, he can move it. And gets off another nice spiral, sending Cawley back, and he falls down. Can't get up in high school or college. Kicked it over his head, and Matt just couldn't regain his balance as he stumbles and falls down at the 10-yard line. So Westwood got 90 yards to go for pay dirt. 7-6 our score, 6:41 left to go in this one. Westwood in the lead. Paff bringing the play in from Coach Pindell on the sideline. And we're going to have a stoppage of play, a timeout. Westwood calls a timeout. That I believe is their first use this half. Again, they get 5.
A full timeout.
So we mentioned Westwood Day is tomorrow. 10-2. It's been such a success. I believe only 1 year in the 7 that they've had Westwood Day has it been a what you call a bit of a washout. And that was 2 or 3 years ago, I think. But they've had very good luck. It's been raining all week. Bleachers are still wet from the rain that happened earlier today. We've been lucky. It washed out to sea this afternoon, and this game has been dry, and it looks like it will remain dry for the remainder of the weekend. So hopefully all good things in store for Westwood Day. It's a great day to celebrate the town's heritage. Good atmosphere, lots of food vendors in the faculty parking lot, and other local businesses set up tents in the student parking lot, and there are games and such all throughout the campus of Westwood High School. So we have 1st and 10. Westwood back on the field. Colin Fay in the backfield along with Jake Paff. Jake takes the snap. He keeps it, runs up the middle, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They ripped the ball out, but not till after the whistles had blown. So it was a option play, and Paff opted to keep the ball, but he had a little bit of room once he got past that first line of defense, but the linebackers quickly closed in on him for no gain. So that's 2nd and 10. Westwood's going to have to start getting a little more creative.
2nd and 10.
But meanwhile, they're working the clock. 6 minutes remain in the 4th, clinging to a 1-point lead. And they're going to work the play clock down a little farther. Looking to his right. Pass complete to James on the right side, and he's brought down inbounds. And James is showing to be hurt again in the sidelines. And he's calling for the trainer to come over. We're going to have I believe a stoppage of play. No, because he's off the sideline. They're going to allow play to continue. The play went for 7 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 3 from the Westwood.
Sorry, strike that. Play went for 7. And
a timeout.
It's going to set up 3rd and 3, but the referees see how close to the sidelines is Mark James getting tended to. So they're going to stop play. Probably should have stopped play with a lot more time on the clock, but
officials timeout.
We're just below 5 minutes remaining in the game. And he was brought down in play with somewhere around 5:30. So if you were Norwood, you might see a reason to complain a little bit. They should have spotted that sooner. So both defenses showing some life here in this game. Norwood's defense allowed a 47-yard touchdown pass to Loughnane in the 2nd quarter. But they have allowed penetrating drives by the Wolverines, but kept them out of the end zone by way of turnover on downs and also interception in the end zone, and as well as a fumble recovery at the 12-yard line in the 1st quarter, which led to an eventual Norwood field goal. And at the same time, the Westwood defense has allowed one drive into scoring territory for Norwood, and they stopped them short of the goal line, setting up Norwood's first field goal, which gave them a 3-0 lead. They bounced it out to a 6-0 lead with a second field goal following a Westwood turnover, and then Westwood scored to take the lead on that Paff to Loughnane pass. Split backfield for the Wolverines. And we're going to have another stoppage of play and a timeout taken by official. So they're going to confer about something. Official, nope, Westwood's timeout. That's their second timeout taken on this drive. This drive started on their own 10-yard line. Where Matt Cawley fielded the punt, and a fine punt by Laukowski. So, here we go. 3rd and 3 from the 19-yard line. Westwood was split backfield. Hannon in motion. The give is up the middle to Fay. Fay blasts through to the second line. Good for a first down. Play went for about 8 yards. They needed 3.
Fay, the ball carrier, pushes ahead for a first down.
It's going to be a first down, Wolverines, as they continue to work the clock. Clock will start to run now. 4:35 remaining in this game. Westwood would obviously like a score, but second to that, they would love to just work this clock down and move the ball deep into Norwood territory. And we're going to have another stoppage of play as Norwood calls a timeout. Its third timeout of the half. So they have 2 remaining.
And Norwood takes timeout. That is a full timeout.
So earlier in the game, they ran out of that split backfield. Hannon in motion, they ran a swing pass to him on a 4th and goal. Fell incomplete as Paff overthrew Hannon. On that play, they ran a running play to Fay up the middle, which was good for 8 yards when they needed 3. So it's going to be first down at the 27-yard line for the Wolverines. Take that the 28-yard line. Westwood would like to move the ball without the benefit of passing, without the need of passing it, because every incompletion gives Norwood a little bit more time on the clock.
Instead of the reminder, let's hear it for our cheerleaders.
Westwood cheerleading crew getting a nice round of applause.
And fans, another reminder at the end of the game, please do not rush out onto the field for the fireworks. We're going to wait a few minutes till the field clears. Then we'll tell you when to go out onto the field.
So first and 10 on the 28.
Please sit tight.
Paff joined by Fay in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. The give is to Fay. Bounces off the left end and he cuts up good for about 3 or 4 yards. Good first down yardage. Colin bounced it out, saw the nice hole, and cut up field for a gain of 4. It's his 2nd and 6. 4 minutes left to go. Same formation, but this time
2nd and 6.
Fay is in the backfield again. Strike that. Nice run. Good vision. Bounces off to his left side where there's a lot of real estate. He's finally dragged down after a gain of 10, 12 yards for a first down. Stays in bounds, and the clock will continue to run.
It is good for another Westwood first down.
Westwood doing a great job up in the line, getting some run blocking here on the defensive line of the Mustangs. It's very important they got out of the shadow of their own end zone, because now a turnover, unless it's run back, Norwood still needs to put a drive together to get into at least field goal range. So 1st and 10. Hall is in the backfield along with Paff. The give is to Hall. Cuts to his left side, moves ahead, moves the pile ahead for a 2-yard gain.
Shavar Hall.
2:47 left to go. Norwood electing to hold on to their timeouts.
2nd and 8 at the Westwood 45.
In comes Colin Fay. Hall comes out. Single backfield. Tight end to the left. Fay is back there. Gets the ball off the left side. Cuts ahead up the sideline.
Colin Fay, the ball carrier.
Good hard running. He's brought out of bounds right near the first down marker. Let's see what they call. I think he's going to be a little short.
On the play.
He's going to set up 3rd and 1.
It is 3rd and 1. Across midfield to the Norwood 48-yard line.
Big 3rd down play here for the Wolverines. 2 minutes left to go. Fay was forced out of bounds, so the clock did stop on that play. 2 minutes, 1 second left in this fourth quarter. Westwood ahead by 1, 7-6 our score over Norwood. Fay is in the backfield with Paff. The give is to Fay. He's hit initially in the backfield, but he stays on his feet, plows ahead for a run of about 8 yards. Good for another Westwood first down.
Colin Fay, the ball carrier.
Westwood winning the line battle. This fourth quarter, they have done an excellent job controlling the line of scrimmage. Well, looks like it's coming back.
There is a flag on the play.
And the call is going to go against Westwood. It's going to keep it at third down. And it's a holding call, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's going to set up 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8 changes things significantly. It was 3rd and 1, and they picked up 8.
Penalty against Westwood brings up 3rd down and 8. Third and 8 from their own 45-yard line for Westwood.
Very big play for the Wolverines. Minute 52 remaining in this fourth quarter. Paff along with Fay in the backfield. He's looking to throw, looking at a fade pattern. He's got Eli Maroon deep into Norwood territory.
Complete to Eli Maroon.
Eli just got behind his defender. That's a first down. Westwood can ice it with some good runs. 1:44 left to go. The clock will start when the chains are reset. Clutch pass, clutch reception. Excellent play by the Westwood Wolverines.
10 Westwood at the Norwood 29-yard line.
29-yard line. Play clock, game clock continues as the chains are set. Paff is with Pindell near the sideline, waiting for that back judge to raise his hand to indicate time, how much time is remaining on the play clock. And he puts his hand up, and we got a penalty. And he did not put his.
There's a flag on the
He had to
field.
delay a game. There was no warning by the referee. Because we don't have play clocks here in high school at the scoreboard or either end.
The penalties
We
against
use the
Westwood
back
delayed
judge to
game.
raise his hand to indicate when he has
Play
5
clock
seconds
had run
remaining.
out. There's a 5-yard penalty. It will be 1st and 15. Westwood at the Norwood 34.
Seemed like a needless penalty coming off of a first down. Because that does stop the clock. And we're going to set up a victory formation as it appears Norwood is out of timeouts. And Paff is under center, surrounded by running backs with a deep man in case the ball should be fumbled. Or
And Paff takes the knee.
now we're going to have a timeout taken by Norwood. They're not out of timeouts. Let's see.
Norwood takes timeout.
I'm hearing from assistant coaching staff
That
that
is
it's
their
the
final
last
timeout.
timeout by Norwood. So Westwood, a minute left to go in this one. Just has to kneel on it. And the clock will run out. So Westwood bounces back from 2 losses. Both disheartening for different reasons. They lost to a North Quincy team, giving up really just 2 plays to North Quincy. That was about it. First play of the third quarter, they gave up a long run over 70 yards to set up a short touchdown. And there was an interception return for a touchdown. And that was North Quincy's scoring. That was it. But that's all they needed, as Westwood was only able to score 7 points of their own and lost 14-7. So Paff will set up under center and take the snap and quickly take a knee. The only hope now is for for Norwood is
Second
that
down, pass to
Westwood
8.
fumbles the snap. And that will bring up third down.
Third down and 18.
The clock will run, and they'll have to take one more snap. And that will do it. Westwood, as I mentioned earlier, was beaten by Holliston. Holliston won the battle at the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball, and their war package dominated the game, the running game. But Westwood will have opportunity at redemption come Thanksgiving. They will play their rival Holliston again as Jake Paff takes the last snap of the game, third down and 17, and that's going to do it. And the clock will run out, and Westwood will end their 2-game losing streak to even their season mark at 2 wins and 2 losses, and that will even them 1-1 in the Tri-Valley League. And got to feel good about their efforts. They want to put more points on the board than 7. They put
That's the end of the ball game.
the last 3 games, they put up 7 points, 6 points, and 7 points. So their offense really needs to do a much better job getting in the end zone. But today it was all they needed because their defense shut down the Mustangs from Norwood, allowing just 2 field goals. Westwood wins this one 7-6. And happy to be here for Westwood home games. We're getting ready to do the fireworks for Westwood Day. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this one. Once again, Westwood wins this 7-6 over Norwood. Good night, everybody.